This is ANN News Brief.
Zimbabwe's former president, Robert Mugabe, has died at the age of 95. Mugabe had been receiving treatment in a hospital in Singapore since 5 months ago after he was forcefully removed from government by the military 2 years ago. Mugabe died on Friday at the hospital in Singapore, where he has often received medical treatment in recent years. His death was confirmed by the current president and his successor, Emerson Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa expressed on Twitter his utmost sadness, calling Mugabe an icon of liberation. Mugabe led Zimbabwe to independence from Britain in 1980. The former president was praised for broadening access to health and education for the black majority, but was later accused of violent repression of his political opponents and Zimbabwe's economic ruin. He ruled Zimbabwe for 37 years. Chinese ambassador to Zimbabwe, Guo Xiaoshun, says his country stands with Africa and is calling for an immediate and unconditional removal of all Western sanctions imposed on Zimbabwe. Last month, Southern African Development Community (SADC) countries had declared October the 25th as Solidarity Day against what it calls illegal sanctions imposed on Zimbabwe. The group had also resolved to hold various activities in respective member countries on that day in support of that call. Guo made the comment while handing over $13 million aid money to assist in Cyclone Idai recovery efforts. The ambassador said it is false to argue that the sanctions were targeted and did not affect ordinary people and the economy. We'll be back after this message.
Whether in your house, at your office, on your phone or online, we are there. We have the facts behind the headlines. We cut to the chase with the news you really need. We cover every angle. We are the bigger, better news network. We are African News Network. ANN. Watch ANN News on MITV from a truly African spirit.
Pope Francis has urged the people of Mozambique to cherish the peace they had worked so hard to achieve while addressing President Filipe Nyusi of the ruling Frelimo party and leaders of the Renamo opposition at the presidential palace on Thursday. The Pope also said they should strive to provide equal opportunities for all so as not to slip back into civil war. The peace to which the Pope referred was a cap after a 15-year civil war that ended in 1992 in Mozambique. At least 1 million persons were killed in the war. A permanent ceasefire was just signed last month between Frelimo, the ruling party, and Renamo, the opposition. There is fear on the streets that the country of 28 million people could once again experience violence during elections scheduled for next month. Responding to the Pope, President Filipe Nyusi said he would help in building a nation where non-violence becomes a culture lived by all, where politics is practiced through the force of argument and not the force of arms. That is the ANN News Brief. For details on these and other breaking stories, visit our website, annafrica.news. Conversation continues on our social media platforms, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at ANN Africa TV. I'm Lucy Adeyemi.